Hey guys, welcome to Making Real Estate Fun. Today we have our guest JT from Jadestone with us today, and we want to welcome him. So welcome. Glad to have
Thanks.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
So
He's very lively. I love this guy. I walked in here, I was ready to go, and he was primed, ready to go 100 times more. So I can't wait for
Good.
this.
Well, you got to have energy.
I got a 7-year-old that makes me look lazy. Yeah, and she's up in the morning. She's got breakfast ready. She got her teeth brushed. Sometimes she'll have coffee ready for us in the morning. That's how we wake up to.
Wow.
So she's ready to roll. And she'll start jumping on the bed singing a song about time to get up, time to get up.
She needs to give some notes to
That's the battery.
my 7-year-old, because my 7-year-old doesn't make any breakfast. I think I got to take mine back. I got the receipts.
Yeah, take it back. Get it right.
Wait a minute. You know.
So welcome. Tell us a little bit about Jadestone, what you do.
Jadestone is a home inspection business, and coming from a contractor, I needed to find something else that I could still help people with their homes, and that was related to my training. So what I did is I just found the best school I could find in the country. Luckily, it was in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And my wife is adamant about you go to the best schools, you get the best equipment, blah blah blah. I'm from DuPage. For me, I would have been like, yeah, I'm sure I could do it online. I'll figure all this stuff out. Whatever the cheapest way to do it, I'll do it. My wife, no, she's North Shore girl. And she says, no, you go to the best school, you get the best tools, and you do this. And it pays off because within a few years, I had a nice running, successful business that I can feel good at the end of the day without having to pop Vicodins to feel that way.
Yeah.
When you're a contractor, especially a union carpenter in Chicago, it's a go business. You know, you hurt yourself trying to keep up with the younger guys coming in all the time. So I saw the older guys that I was working with, great dudes, but you know, just having to gobble up Vicodins all day like candy just to make it through the day, and I saw myself going down that road too. So this is way better. I really like helping people find cool homes. I get excited about it. I'm not that guy that walks in like my old man going, "Oh, that's shot. That's no good. You got water coming in through the ceiling. That's not right." That's not. Who wants that guy? That's my dad. I mean, you know.
Well, and that can be the challenge sometimes with some home inspectors. There's got to be, like, as a real estate agent, you know, I definitely want to point out any issue that exists in the house. You know, if it's something that, you know, can save them from, you know, a money pit, we definitely want to know that, you know, that issue exists if there's an issue. But there's a delicate line between pointing out something that's an issue and making that issue seem like the house is falling apart. So, you know, you want to point out the issues, but you want to point it out in such a way that, you know, if it's not going to, you know, cause the house to fall apart or not going to be a huge financial, you know, burden, we want to make sure that, you know, we put things in the right perspective, I guess.
And that's what it is. Those are fixable problems. I mean, I'll tell you guys right now, 9 out of 10 things that we find in homes these days, whether it's a new home that just got built, well done with great venting and insulation and everything sealed up beautiful, or it's a 115-year-old home, I see them all. It's usually the same issues. It's electrical things that need to be upgraded. They're going to be maybe $15-20 a piece. You know, maybe it's some wires that need to be replaced in the panel. Maybe it's some plumbing. It's all the same fixable type stuff. And it's something we can get into another time. But, you know, when this generation's watching HGTV, you know, so they're saying, oh, we tore the wall apart and we can't believe that there's, you know, mold and all these things behind the wall. What do you mean you couldn't believe that, man? Do you not watch the show? That's
And you know what? They don't have any paranormal stuff on there either. I mean, how many times have you seen a ghost in the walls?
yeah, not yet. Because you can't see them.
Aha.
Doesn't mean they're not there. Doesn't mean they're not there.
So ghost or no ghost, what's the craziest thing you've seen on an inspection so far?
Oh, that's good. Okay. I'm going to say the craziest thing I've seen so far, aside of some weird wiring and all that, is going to have to be in the attics. One attic in particular, occasionally you'll find wildlife in an attic because they find their way in there, especially if the house has been not lived in for a while. Wildlife is going to find its way in there through the soffit, through the fascia, somewhere, right? However, this pile of feces happened to be something you could only get from a Great Dane, perhaps.
Oh.
So as I'm peeking around and I think, okay, we got some wildlife intrusion, let me go check it out, and I'm getting closer. Now I'm taking pictures thinking, no, that's not from an animal. That's from a huge person. That's from a lineman. That's an offensive lineman who left that in here. How did he even get in through the scuttle hatch to get into the attic? That's all I can think. The other trick is, how do you go report this to the buyer? House is in nice shape. Somehow we just got a very, 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 very large animal defecating in the attic.
Or a sick individual.
Or a sick individual, or a ghost. I can't figure out, to this day I have no idea how that much feces can make it into that little spot in an attic.
Well, and I'm sure with your background, all the different things that you were doing as a contractor, it makes it easier for you to say, hey, yeah, there is an issue there, but it's not going to be a problem, or it's not going to be expensive to fix.
That's exactly right. And that's exactly how we put it. I do anyway, is, hey, we've got a fixable problem here. Here's the problem, here's how we fix it. In fact, I'll tell them, we got a couple ways to fix this. And it's not like it was 30 years ago where this was going to cost a lot of money. This is going to be quick. I mean, now we fix vertical cracks or horizontal cracks for what? $400 for a small crack, $400 or $500, and it's for the guarantee for the life of the house. We're not just slapping concrete on that anymore. We do stuff that works, So yeah, it's fixable problems.
So now, when you're dealing with this stuff, obviously you got to get a report done, and you're going to give it to the buyer. You're going to give it to the agent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there's things in there that you're going to be responsible for your liability and making sure some things are important. Do you have disclosures and things that you give them? What do you do?
I have them sign an agreement. There's an inspection agreement that the buyer's got to sign beforehand. And to be honest with you, a lot of inspectors are a little more savvy about it than I am. They've got these really long ones that really expensive lawyers have written up for them. It's not something I personally get involved in. I'm sure I've got a million holes in my contract. I probably shouldn't be admitting that, but I just...
Well, we have a good attorney that can help you out with that.
That's true.
He's not here today, but O'Flaherty can help you.
We
with
sure
that.
do. That's a good point. I don't really sweat that. I just hope nothing bad happens. Same thing why I keep my car unlocked half the time. I never had a problem. I feel like as soon as I start locking my car, I'm going to have a problem. So my contract's not that big, but it's a pretty standard one. Protects me, and then I've got insurance, of course. But really, I'm more interested in, if I miss something, which I have, let me know. I'm going to fix this. I'm surrounded by contractors. If I can't fix it myself, or if it's going to cost me a few $100 to have something fixed that I should have seen during an inspection, I'd rather just go that route. The other route is hey, it's not my fault, and I couldn't see that because there was stuff in the way. Man, I don't even want to play that game. How about you step up and take care of it?
So if you do, since you're an inspector and you were a contractor, do you do some of the work, or do you suggest that you can do some of the work?
No, I can't. Illinois, once you have an inspector license, you cannot do repairs on that home that you inspect.
Bam! That's what I'm talking about.
Otherwise, you get, hey, the stringers on that aren't right on that stairwell, and there's no handrail, but I'll tell you what, I'll be back on Saturday. I'll take care of that for you for $500. That's how it used to be done.
Yeah. Good.
Very cool.
For a title company perspective, I'm not sure, when do you guys usually call the inspector? It's like, if I'm buying a house, and Taji, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a fixer-upper, am I supposed to hire an inspector for every time, or is that something that I rely on you, or?
Yeah, so at the beginning of a contract, or the beginning of a deal, there's always an attorney approval and an inspection modification or an inspection period at the beginning of a contract. Once the seller accepts buyer's offer, they've done their little negotiations at the beginning and accept an offer is accepted. Then you have a time period, usually about 7 days, 5 to 7 days, to get an inspection done. So as soon as the contract is accepted, then we go and request, for an inspection to be done.
Gotcha. So you're the one who's kind of dealing with TJ.
Yeah. So what I do personally is I have 2 or 3 inspectors that I've worked with over a long period of time that I've got trust in and have done great jobs. I'll give those 3 names and let the buyer contact them and use whoever they feel the best vibe with. They all have worked for me and they've all done great jobs. So I'm very big on somebody working with somebody that they feel comfortable with. So I let the buyer choose who they feel comfortable with based on my recommendations.
That relationship is huge.
It
really
is.
It's
It's
trust.
It's the number one thing, because he's going to be dealing with that house and that buyer, and you really have to make sure that that guy is getting that person is getting what they really need. When it comes to lending, we don't require the home inspection. And I always talk to my clients and suggest, hey, you know what? This is the biggest investment you are ever going to have. Did your real estate agent suggest that you have somebody look at it, a professional that can inspect it? Most of the time, the answer is yes. And then if not, but we don't need that document, you know, for any of the loans that we have. We like to know if there's an issue, but we don't need that. We're not required for that.
Yeah, and here's the thing about, you know, all of our businesses, I think yours included, is we all in some capacity refer certain things to certain other people, right? So if I'm working with a buyer or working with a seller, and then I'm recommending that they contact somebody for something, whether it's an inspection, attorney, a lender, title company, whatever, it's important that, you know, whoever I'm referring my client to takes care of my client and makes my client happy, because that's an extension of me. That's an extension of you. You know, whoever it is that you're referring your clients to are an extension of you.
Right.
So, you know, you could handle that deal with flying colors, but if, you know, whoever you referred your client to isn't happy with that individual, then, you know,
Toast.
Yeah.
You know,
And it
that's your
happens.
reputation.
It does
Bam,
happen.
You're gone.
We put some trust into somebody as a contractor that we refer. They drop the ball, and that's a reflection of you, and that's tough, and that makes it really hard to refer that contractor again.
You know, the best part is we are all good, strong professionals in our fields, and we know what we're doing, and you can trust us. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Website. You know, these days it's so much easier. You just push a little microphone on your Android or your iPhone, iPhoners out there. Push the microphone, whatever you do, and just say Jadestone Home Inspections. Boom, it's going to come up. And I think that's, maybe I'm being lazy about it, or maybe I'm just not savvy enough. But that little microphone is a lifesaver, because I don't always have time to type everything in, and if I could just say it, boop, and there it comes up, that's so much easier. But really, my website's pretty cool. It's interactive, and there's some other things in there that I can offer as far as recall check. You might be familiar with if you need radon testing, things like that. You just go to my website, and then you can contact me through that. Yeah, it's so easy. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So an important question. It's Halloween. You have a 7-year-old.
Yes.
Does she have a costume?
Oh, 3.
3 costumes.
Yeah, we just did a walk last night up at in Riverwoods at her camp that she goes to in the summer, and so she had a costume last night, a dog, because we like Shaggy and Scooby, so she was Scooby last night.
What are you going to be?
Day of the Dead. The wife, daughter, myself, we're all doing Day of the Dead. You know,
Nice.
Dia de los Muertos. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we got all the costumes going, and then I guess there's like a face paint thing that you slap on it, just like tattoos or something. It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
What about you? You got a 7-year-old too?
I do.
Boy?
Boy, yeah, I got 2 younger boys, 2 older girls. So I got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old boy, and a 13-year-old and 18-year-old girls.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm not sure what my kiddos are going to be for Halloween yet. I don't think they've made those determinations just yet. So I
crunch
guess-
time.
I know it is crunch time.
Okay, we're Oompa Loompas. My wife and I are Oompa Loompas, and Hannah, my daughter, is Willy Wonka.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
How creative.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the best Willy Wonka lines is, "Please don't stop." I'll never forget it.
I don't have a costume yet because my kids are older, so it's not going to
That's
mean
not an
anything.
excuse,
I didn't say I'm not dressing up. I said I don't have one yet. Okay, what part of that do you not understand?
Just got to dress up, man. You
And
gotta-
don't worry about it. I'm in. I'm all in.
All right, well, very cool.
I've got a suggestion.
Okay.
All right, you get a nice, healthy, manly mustache right there. You know what that tells me? Ditka. Ditka.
Ditka.
Get the vest going.
Oh, yeah.
You'll
He's
get yourself
definitely
a cigar.
Oh, I got one.
Spike up that
Got
hair
one
a
in
little
the car.
bit. You pull off
You
Ditka
got
like
it,
that.
man. I'll do that.
All you gotta do is throw up a number 1 finger and you're off and running, man.
Hey, little kid.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's
sad,
good.
sad shame.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So, awesome. This has been fun. JT, we want to thank you for coming by. And,
Pleasure.
for talking with us for a little bit here. And we want to thank you guys for watching MakingRealEstateFun.com.
Cool.